From the rise of a promising young star to the fall of a disgruntled athlete, here's what led to the downfall of NBA star Ben Simmons. Over the past year, Simmons has been the subject of intense media scrutiny due to a prolonged absence from the basketball court. Simmons, a highly touted Australian basketball player, had a promising start to his career, winning numerous awards and accolades in college, and eventually even in the NBA. But a back injury has kept Simmons sidelined for over a year. And just when many people thought he was going to make a triumphant return in Game 4 of the playoff series against the Boston Celtics, he decided to sit out and not play. The fall of Ben Simmons is a perplexing, unfortunate series of events for a player who once showed so much promise. So, how did someone with so much potential turn into a player who hasn't seen the court in over a year? Well, to understand the rise and fall of Ben Simmons, we need to go back to where it all began. At the 2011 Australian Schools Championships, Simmons played basketball for Box Hill Senior Secondary College. Despite being only 15 years old, he was chosen to represent Australia at the 2012 FIBA Under-17 World Championships. In January of 2013, Simmons moved to the United States to continue his basketball journey and began playing for Florida's Montverde Academy. He helped Montverde rally from a 16-point deficit in the finals before returning to Melbourne to play for the Bulleen Boomers, a team in the Big V Australian League. There, Simmons averaged 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. When he returned to Montverde, he began to gain traction, leading Montverde to 3 consecutive high school national title games, averaging an impressive 28 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. ESPN called Simmons a 5-star recruit and named him the #1 power forward in the entire nation in 2015. Offers from top-tier colleges such as Kentucky, Kansas, and Duke came pouring in, but Simmons ultimately committed to Louisiana State University. During his freshman year, Simmons won numerous awards. He was named the SEC's Preseason Player of the Year, the second freshman to do so behind Kentucky's Julius Randle in 2013, and the Associated Press's preseason All-America team honors. In his freshman year, Simmons averaged 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, leading LSU in every major statistical category except three-point and free throw shooting. Although the team's regular season was largely regarded as a disappointment, finishing the regular season with an 18-13 record, LSU did make the 2016 SEC tournament, and Simmons led his team to victory over Tennessee in the quarterfinals, but then lost in the semifinals to Texas A&M. During his first international outing with LSU, he began a 4-stop national tour in Australia, which gave him the opportunity to play basketball in his home country yet again, playing in the same stadium his father had once played in back in the 1990s. The Tigers completed the Australian tour with a 3-2 record, led by Simmons, who averaged 20 points and 9 rebounds per game. But given Ben's time at Louisiana State and his truly remarkable performance, helping lead the team to the NCAA Finals, when the team returned to the U.S. after their international tour, Simmons entered the NBA draft. In the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons was selected by the Philadelphia 76ers as their first overall pick of the entire 2016 draft.
In the 2016 NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Ben Simmons.
Despite his early success, Ben soon found himself struggling with his shooting in the following seasons. As he faced tougher competition, he began to encounter notable playoff struggles, which drew criticism from fans and analysts alike. One of the main issues that plagued Simmons was his reluctance to shoot. Despite being a talented scorer, he often hesitated when it came to taking shots, instead preferring to pass the ball off to his teammates. This made him a valuable asset in some situations, but it also limited his potential as a scorer. Another area where Simmons struggled was his free throw shooting. This was a particularly frustrating issue for fans, as it seemed like a relatively easy problem to fix. However, Simmons continued to struggle from the free throw line, which limited his effectiveness in close games. All these issues came to a head during the recent playoff series against the Boston Celtics. Despite high expectations for Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers, the team struggled to gain momentum throughout the series. Simmons was largely ineffective on offense, and he saw limited playing time as a result. Many fans and analysts pointed to those same old issues creeping up again. Simmons' shooting and free throw struggles were cited as the primary reasons for his lack of playing time. Analysts argued that if Simmons had been able to hit shots and convert at the free throw line, he would have been a much more valuable asset to the team. Simmons' rookie season in the NBA did have some impressive moments though, and he was named Rookie of the Year. He posted double-doubles and triple-doubles and led his team to 16 straight wins, earning the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. He was also named the Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month and posted a triple-double in his playoff debut against the Miami Heat, becoming the first rookie since Magic Johnson to have a playoff triple-double. The following season proved to be another strong one for Ben Simmons, as he continued to put up impressive statistics and made a name for himself in the league. His hard work paid off as he earned his 2nd All-Star appearance and his 1st All-NBA selection. Unfortunately, Simmons' season was cut short by a frustrating injury. He developed a nerve injury in his lower back, which caused him to miss several games and left his team struggling without one of their star players. Despite the setback, Simmons remained focused and determined to come back stronger than ever. He worked tirelessly with his trainers and medical team to recover from his injury and get back on the court as soon as possible. As the next season rolled around, he once again found himself among the league's elite, earning a spot on the All-Star team for the 3rd year in a row. However, while he remained a formidable presence on the court, his numbers did show a slight dip in performance from his previous season. Despite this, Simmons remained a key player for the Philadelphia 76ers, who had high hopes for the playoffs. However, despite their strong regular season record, the 76ers once again found themselves struggling to advance past the 2nd round of the playoffs. This was a difficult time for Simmons and the 76ers, as they had worked hard all season to build a strong team and achieve playoff success. They simply couldn't find the consistency and execution necessary to make a deep playoff run. During the 2021 offseason, Simmons declared his intention to be traded from the 76ers and was fined numerous times by the organization for his refusal to participate in team activities. He was eventually traded to the Brooklyn Nets, but injuries prevented him from playing in any games during the regular season or playoffs. Simmons underwent back surgery and is expected to miss the first few months of the upcoming season. It was also recently announced that Simmons will be dismissed for another 3 to 4 months due to back surgery. It's amazing how someone who was once considered one of the best players in the league has turned into a player who hasn't been seen on the court in over a year. Overall, Simmons' career has been marked by both success and setbacks. While he's shown great potential and earned multiple accolades, injuries and personal issues have kept him off the court for long periods of time. It remains to be seen how he'll perform in the future, but his talent and versatility suggest that he has the potential to once again be one of the best all-around players in the league. So, from the rise of a promising young star to the fall of a disgruntled athlete, here's what led to the downfall of NBA star Ben Simmons.